Welcome, heisters! How are we all doing today? I hope you're all doing good. Hopefully you can see me, hopefully you can hear me. We had some issues with the quality, but we had to do a quick little restart to fix that, but we hope everything is good now. People are saying hello, so I'm presuming that means that everything is working. So we have a packed topic today for stream. We have a lot to talk about. So I figure we might as well get into it. But I see a lot of people asking, like, who's here next to me. So let's start with, who have I brought to the table today? What are we going to talk about?
Yeah. Hey everybody, my name is Jonas and I'm the GM for PAYDAY.
Yeah.
So I just will start with talking a little bit about myself. I'm sure people want to hear about other things, but I will take the opportunity. So basically, I'm a game maker at heart. I made games all my life. I'm a software developer, and my professional career has been a lot in tech, game technology, game engines, and games themselves, of course. I've also done some things outside of games, but games is really what I live for. So that's my passion. And here, of course, I'm also done things on the business side, which is what I do here at Starbreeze. And my background, otherwise, I used to be a fairly good FPS player. I have competed at a fairly high level in some games. Not sure I have that anymore, but I have. But at least I have enough to kind of sneak around in PAYDAY.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I just love playing games, and I love making games.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Awesome. And just one more thing, because I know a lot of people have been asking this already, like GM, you introduced yourself as a GM, general manager.
Yep.
What exactly does that mean? I know some people might be like, game director, are you a new game director? But that's not the case, right? Do you want to explain what a GM is?
Yeah, so let's start with what a game director is. A game director is a creative person who thinks about world building, game systems, things like that. I, of course, have opinions, a lot of opinions on
Don't we all?
on PAYDAY 3 and what I would like to do, but that's just me being one person in the team.
Yeah.
Everybody has that. So, but that's not my role. So, what is my role then? It's to be making sure that the team has what they need. So I'm setting the vision, the direction. I make sure that the team has the people and the resources to kind of move in that direction. So it's a lot of budgets, it's a lot of documents, but just making sure that we can move. Basically, that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And the reason that I have brought you in here today is that we are going to be talking about PAYDAY 3's future.
Yep.
The stream last week, we had a look back, but now it is time to look ahead, and I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, don't you, about what's ahead for PAYDAY 3. So I think I'm going to start with the one that I know. I don't currently see it in chat, surprisingly enough, but I know you, so I'm going to ask it for you. What's going on with offline mode for PAYDAY 3?
So, yeah, I thought we were friends.
I'm sorry. See, there they are, offline mode. I had to do it.
So offline mode, so let's talk about that. So I know that the team had good intentions with that, definitely. And they have been trying to kind of make it happen. But I think we have to face reality that it's not feasible for where we are going with the game.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, so I will explain what I mean. So first of all, we have finite amount of people. We want to make sure that they work on the most valuable things for the game. And these are the things that we will talk about, progression and kind of core loops and so on. But more importantly, we today have a update model where it takes us weeks to get a client update out.
Yeah.
And this is a bit technical.
Yeah.
So it means that if we discover today that, hey, this value is wrong, it takes us a very long time to fix that. That's not because we are slow, it's just because updating all the first party and so on, it takes weeks.
Yeah, it does.
So we want to move to a model where we can work with the community and then make sure that we can update things fast. And to do that, we need to do that from the back end.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to tweak the game from the back end to make sure that we can get things out faster. Because if we can get things more early and have the confidence that we can change it, then that will give us much more speed.
Yeah.
And it will also bring more meaning to kind of player feedback.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that we are not doing things to actually improve online.
Yeah.
But that is what actually makes it not feasible to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense as well. So yeah, see, RIP offline mode. But yeah, hopefully you're satisfied with that answer, Chad. I had to start there, but let's get into the actual meat of what we're talking about, because now we talked about what we...
Oh, sorry, I want to mention,
Yeah?
I have a few other things just as an intro on that.
Okay.
So I said that we are making online improvements as well. I
Yes.
just want to bring up what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it is at least 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
We want to remove the need for a mandatory account,
Mm-hmm.
because we know that's friction for some people. Some people
Yes.
find that annoying.
Yeah.
So that's something that we plan to do.
Mm.
We also want to make the communication in the game smoother with a better technology. So that's something that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And last, I heard that there has been leaked builds on Steam that has kind of indicated that we are doing peer-to-peer and so on.
Yes.
And yes, we are looking at ways to improve hosting, so give players more choice of how they host the game.
Yeah.
So we are improving parts of online,
Yeah.
but there are parts that we need for the game that we want to make. So I just want to be very clear about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And yeah, let's get into the actual meat. I'm just gonna open my book because we have a lot of stuff. Like I said, we just talked about something that isn't happening, at least not in the way people would necessarily maybe want it to happen. But we do have a lot of things that are going to happen for Payday 3 and what Payday 3's future will look like. So I'm gonna have my notes open to make sure that I don't forget anything, because that happened last stream that I completely forgot one of our heists in Payday. So let's make sure I don't do that. But yeah, so just putting that ahead of time too, we're going to talk about the future, we're going to talk about what's coming, what we're focusing on. We're not going to go super deep into timelines, just to put that out there right away. It's going to be in order, so we're going to start, with what happens first, what's the first priority, and so on.
Yep.
But we're not going to be able to say, Skills 2.0 is coming X date. We're not going to be at that level. But start with step 1. So the first thing that the team is going to focus on is to make sure that playing Payday, it feels great, it feels fantastic, it feels rewarding. So where do we start? What's your first part in this whole vision?
Absolutely. Before we talk about that, I will just take a step back.
All right.
To explain how we arrived on this, basically. So
that's a good start, actually. That's better. Go with that.
So I came in fresh. I've only been here for 2 months, by the way. So that's my job. So I came in fresh, and I've been listening to players. The team has a lot of ideas, a lot of things that they want to do.
Yeah.
And that led us to form kind of a vision with 4 steps that we are taking. And this is the first one, that the core game should feel really, really good.
Yeah.
The second one is that you should always have a reason to play the game. Then we have a third one, which is the game should feel fresh. And then it's the kind of end vision. So we will talk about all these.
Yeah.
But I also supported to point out the reason why I'm coming in is because Starbreeze are a heisting studio. And at the heart of that is Payday and Payday 3.
Yeah.
So we are doubling down on Payday now. We are more than doubling the team to give us the bandwidth to actually do a lot of the things that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So Payday is very clear the kind of Starbreeze focus right now.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of our players will want to hear as well. So that's good. Thank you for catching that.
Yes, but let's talk about this one. So this one is basically it's all the friction, all the annoyance, all the things that you feel as a player when you play the game. So take me as an example. I'm coming in and playing Payday 3, which I've done a lot of. And the second gunplay, it feels good to me. I love sneaking around. I'm a stealth player when I can. I fail most of the time.
That's part of the fun, right?
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
Learn and then you retry again, and then you know better and you can do it better.
But there are definitely things that I feel, hey, this is fairly low-hanging fruit. We should be able to kind of address this. And we haven't been able to do that because of the size of the team and so on. And now we want to start doing that. And this is at least 3 different vectors in this. It's a content. So when you play a heist, I mean, I played a heist the other day. I finished the objective, so I fought. And then I realized I had to do the exact same thing another time.
Yeah.
And I felt like that felt more like a chore than fun, even though I had fun the first time around.
Yeah.
So, and there are a bunch of those things, and if you ask the team, they have 1,000 ideas how to address these things.
Yeah.
They are very passionate about it, so I want to give them the time to be able to do that. And the second thing is just onboarding. I actually, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I failed the tutorial.
It happens.
I mean, maybe it says more about me than anything else. And I also had a few heists where I actually had to like Google like where's my UV light? Oh yeah, I actually had it all the time. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So there are things maybe not like veteran players are maybe not that interested in this, but it should be because it's important to have new players coming in and have a good experience.
Yeah.
So that, and I know we have done things on onboarding. I think we can do more. And third, any core system of the game should just feel good and intuitive. Like as an example, we're addressing skills now as an example.
Yeah.
That's the base. And the way you feel this as a player when you play is basically the quality level of the game is higher. So that is what this means, getting the base up, basically.
Yeah.
And unleashing that potential that we have.
Yeah, and I know you just gave an example, but I was thinking, do you have any more examples of what exactly does that mean? Like, as a player who's watching at home right now, it's like, what does that mean? What am I going to feel when you start implementing some of the things that we're talking about in the step 1 here?
So maybe I'm biased, but I mean, since I come from engineering, but we are doing some big investments in the technology in the game. And I'm talking really, really big investments. And these are being done with partners that are helping us, that we are collaborating with, so that we can focus on other things. And to give some examples, we're actually upgrading the engine to the very latest version, which is a huge thing to us.
Yeah.
Is basically replacing a large part of the core. And that will allow us to do things that we dream of doing, but that we are limited by the technology today.
Yeah.
That could be, as an example, more heavy randomization. That are things that we would like to get to, and we need the technology first.
Yeah, and that's something I know our players want to more randomization. I see someone saying just make sure it's stable. That's definitely a part of the goal. We don't want to do this if it's not stable.
Yep. And then second, and this is even more important maybe, I mentioned it when we spoke about offline.
Yeah.
The backend side, my usually go-to is everything you can move to the backend, move it. Because that allows us to do updates on the fly. It might even allow us to do events on the fly, push content and so on, without having to update the client.
Yeah.
Giving the player much more content faster, much more updates faster.
Yeah.
So that is also something that we're doing with a partner.
Yeah.
And we're doing other technical things as well, but I will those two are fairly big, so we kind of stop there. And these are the preparation work for us to be able to do things down the line, basically.
Yeah, because that's, again, like, this is step 1 out of more steps to come, but we gotta start basically at the core, right? We gotta make sure that the core of the game feels good. You're gonna come in, and again, it says right here, you're gonna have a fantastic experience. It's gonna be rewarding to play. There's more than that. There's more than just, coming in, the core gameplay feels good, but I know we have a lot of veteran heisters, especially on these streams, who are more engaged. So, like, how do we plan to, give people a reason to come in? We want to make sure there's always a reason to come in and play, right? What's your thoughts on that topic?
Yeah, this is a big one, of course. It's about progression. It's about, you play a heist once, you play it twice, 3 times, but why do you play a heist 50 times or 100 times?
Yeah, exactly.
You should have a good reason to play it like the 100th time as well. And I don't think, some people find motivations themselves, but the game should provide more of progression, account growth, rewards, achievements, things that make you keep playing.
Yeah.
And if you couple that with removing some of the friction, then after that, this is the layer that we want to focus on.
Yeah.
And this one we feel is very important, where we engage with the community on.
Yeah.
Because this is something that I'm sure people have a lot of good ideas. We have good ideas. And you should always have something to grind for, basically. Currently I play Last Epoch, PoE 2, and Diablo, the kind of new seasons.
Yeah.
I love grinding for things.
Yeah.
And I think many people do. That's what I hope, at least.
Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, it's just like more than just getting content into the game, right? It's just making sure that you have progress, that you can earn it, it feels valuable to actually do so, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not just more content, it's more meaningful content. Chase elements, maybe missions and questions, those kind.
Yeah, I'm also going to mention our producer. I think we're a slide behind on this one. Just thank you. There you go. That's where we are.
You should have recently played it.
But we have mentioned before, like, we've had talks before, like, you know, in part of your onboarding and stuff, but you mentioned that you want to partner more with our community. So we've been discussing, like, how do we talk with our community? Because, like, it's one thing to talk to community and talk at the community, but we want to talk with our community. And how do you envision that could happen?
Yeah, so I don't know the history. I'm not sure how we have engaged over the years.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that we get a lot of good feedback from socials and forums and so on.
Yeah.
But we want to engage and talk more with the players, not just to the players. And that's why we're introducing something we tentatively at least call Payday Insiders.
Yes, correct. And yep, there we go. On the screen. So for everyone watching at home right now, we're trying something new, Payday Insiders. You can see an email on screen right now, but basically what we're looking for, if you're home watching right now and you think, I want to get more involved, I want to be able to maybe come in, do some play tests, talk with the dev team, just be more involved and be able to come get feedback directly to us, to our faces. Maybe we fly you into the office. I don't know, like this is something we're still going to trial, we're going to figure out what exactly this means, but if you are interested in this, take this email, paydayinsider@starbreeze.com. Send us an email. Let us know who you are, why you're interested, you know, player stats. Maybe you want to flex on something that you think is really cool that you've done that makes you feel qualified for this. Add where you are in the world as well, because, again, maybe some of this will happen on site. So basically, send us your applications to this email, and we're going to talk more about this as we go. But, you know, this is step one. We're baby steps. We gotta start somewhere. I see Kilgore saying, wait, I can visit the Starbreeze student in Sweden. Possibly. Email us. But yeah. Let's move on to the next one, because, God, we're flying through this a lot faster than I thought. But we're already ready for step 3, because we talked now about we want the core gameplay to feel great. We want there to always be a reason to play, but we're also looking at offering new ways to play the game. So what are we thinking here? Like variety. What does this mean? It sounds exciting, but what does it mean? Yeah,
so now we're further out. I mean, when we speak about this, it's easiest to talk about what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then it's very apparent that what the next step is that the engagement loop needs to be strong.
Yeah.
But after that, we want to look at how do we change the game in a faster and more meaningful way. So this means getting out patches on kind of 4 to 6 week cadence, changing the game. We would like to have big updates each year, several times each year, where we change things like game mechanics, experiment a bit with new ways to play, new narratives. I really care about the kind of narrative in the game.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of players do.
Yeah, Payday has a great history, so we definitely should lean in more into that.
Exactly, so we would like to do much more there. And we're also looking at ways that we can invite and open up the door for the community to also create with us.
Yeah.
Which is also, I think, something super important to keep the game fresh in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely a great way to do it. So, but yeah, it's getting definitely fluffy now because, you know, we're moving far into the future now, so it's hard to offer any details, but I mean, this sounds like it could potentially really change the experience of playing Payday, right? Playing Payday 3 specifically.
I mean, it's a lot about the variety and the freedom in the game, and not being so tied to exactly what's in there right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But ultimately, our, you know, big, giant goal, all the way after all of these steps, the steps that we talked about, is that we want to get to what we call the ultimate heisting experience. And again, like, you know, what does this mean? It sounds very fancy, it sounds very good words by themselves, but what does this mean for me as a player, for people watching at home?
Yeah, so coming into the team, it's pretty, I mean, they do a good job, absolutely, but it's been very much we're doing the next update, and we had some visions, of course, but we've been lacking a bigger direction, and that is now what we have, and this is years out.
Yeah.
As I said, we are here to we are committed to doing this, and we are talking about the ultimate heisting experience, the heisting fantasies, and if you ask people like, what is your heisting fantasy, you'll probably get a bunch of different answers.
Oh, definitely.
And that's why I feel we need a lot of broad content, like a width of content, and a lot of different ways to play the game. And if we're doing that in the previous kind of path to this vision, that is what we will have. And we are not ready yet to talk about all the details in this, because we are basically we are doing all this now, changing the focus, changing how we think about Payday. But we want to make sure that you as a player have a heisting home, and we are determined to actually make that happen.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, yes, it is fluffy. Visions often
they tend to be, yeah.
Visions are fluffy. They are there to inspire a direction.
Yeah.
And then to inspire what steps we take.
Yeah.
And the steps we talked about them. So
yeah, because that's what we talked about. Like, it's not just about fixing things, because obviously there's a lot to fix as well, but we also want to try and create like a world that grows over time, basically, right?
Exactly. We want a changing world, so the players can have something cool and new to actually look forward into the game, and not just kind of new heist as a content, but more elaborate than that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna have a quick look, because I feel like I've been skipping over a lot of chat, and we are live at the end of the day, so I want to see, do we have any questions from chat? Because surprisingly enough, we were already getting close to the end of what we have prepared already, so I want to see if anything is changing here. I see someone on YouTube saying, fix the game. That's what we're here to talk about, how we're fixing the game.
Yeah, that is very much step one.
Definitely step one, yeah. Give us a single tangible thing, please, someone says. So I guess Skills 2.0, is that something that's tangible? That's pretty near in the future, at least. That's something the team is working on right now, right?
That's the focus of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirrors on the table streams. Yeah, no, we're not bringing back the on the telever.
So it's worthwhile to point out that this is the first of many streams that we are doing on this topic. So it means that we won't go out and say all the details we have for everything.
Yeah.
Because that would mean that we will promise things that we are still talking about. So we are talking about the things we're doing right now, which are the technical upgrades, skills, starting to put focus on fixing the kind of friction in the game. Yeah. Those are the things that we're looking at right now. Yeah. And a few more things than that.
And I know, like, going back to past communications and stuff, I know Almir has talked about before, like, how roadmaps are really tricky, because, like, it's great for the players to know, oh, this is exactly when I can accept this feature and stuff like that. But that does also really restrict the dev team, because, like you said before, like, everyone out there is super passionate about what we're working on and stuff. So it's great for them to have the ability to be like, this could be really cool. How about we do this feature? Or like, this could fit really well in now. Have we considered this? And be able to adapt to these things. And be able to, like, do what the dev team feels is important. Without being able to, no, we can't because we promised this one thing in the roadmap. So I'm sorry, you can't do this other cool thing that you just thought about. So that is also part of the reason why we're not going to be able to bring you a roadmap, but we have talked through what's happening, and like you said, the engine upgrade and some technical changes. Those are coming very soon, alongside Skills 2.0 as well.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I want to make sure that it's clear that we want to have more details.
Yes.
This is us pivoting, focusing on Payday free. Yeah. That takes a bit of time to set all that.
It does,
and get it into motion, staffing up the team. These are all fairly big things that takes a bit of time to do.
It does, yeah.
But our ambition is to have much more details as we get closer to things. Yeah. So that, and it might not feel to the players like technical upgrades and so on are big. Yeah. But they are actually very, very big and very important. Yeah. So that is a very concrete thing that we have already started doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing if there's anything else worth
Yeah, see, a general one would be nice. No Thailand, just what we're doing. We definitely are planning to communicate more, but yeah, we have mentioned the thing that we're looking at right now, and I see also someone asking, what is the engine upgrade? Is that something we feel like we're ready to elaborate on, or is that something we're still keeping a bit vague?
I mean, I love talking tech and games. So we are on a game engine, as people know, that we use, and we are on one version which is fairly old at this point. There's been many new versions after that. That allows us to have better workflows internally. It allows us to do things inside the highs that we can do today.
Yeah.
These are the kind of unlocks we are looking for. So this is a way to pave first, and then we can do the new things that we want to do.
Yeah, and I noticed another question that popped up about like netcode and connection issues. And I mean, you've already, I think, briefly mentioned it, but maybe we moved on a bit too quickly. But we talked about like mandatory accounts, you know, that's causing too much friction.
Yep.
That's what we want to change. We want to change things on the back end as well. Maybe there's something you can elaborate on to help assure this one player that is struggling with their connection to the game?
Yes, so having any sort of system or anything like that should always be seen through the player perspective. So if you have an online requirement for some reason, it should be a net positive for the players.
Yes.
That's why I'm talking about why we need that, because we want to do something positive for players. We'll be able to work with the community and tweak the game with them.
Yeah.
But if you have connections, if we have problems on our side in terms of the technology we have, that's why we are removing some things.
Yeah.
That's something for us to fix.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Let's see if there's anything else worth talking about. Yeah, I'm seeing someone asking there, upgrade engine 4 upgrade or switch to 5. But then there's other people saying UE5 is a negative. Mixed opinions on UE5. Alright, is there anything else we want to talk about? God, we've only spent half an hour. We have so much time. Is there anything else you want to mention to the players before we wrap up with some of the last things that we have prepared?
I mean, I can just do a quick recap on what we said.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Maybe for myself, so I
make sure we haven't missed
so I
anything.
remember what we talked about.
Yeah.
So we talked about how we are, Starbreeze is focusing on Payday.
Yeah.
And we are more than doubling the team. So that's what we're doing. And that will give us much more bandwidth to get things done.
Yeah.
So it will mean that we can do things like starting to fix the things that annoy me, you, and other people in the game.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I think the core is fairly good. Yeah, I feel good when I play the game. It's just small things that we can kind of look at.
Yeah, there's definitely still room for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely room for improvement. There are a lot of things. I mean, I can go into 1,000 things that happened to me as I've been playing the game.
Yeah.
And then it's about making sure that the progression loop is really, really good. That you have a reason to play the game. That I just want to go in and grind a bit for this new thing or this upgrade or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Things that keep you motivated.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that we want to do with the community, and that's why we introduced the Player Insider.
Yeah.
Payday Insider.
Payday Insider.
Payday
yeah.
Insider. And that, I mean, you will get to talk. Maybe that's not a strong wish for anyone, but I will definitely be talking to the players through that channel as well. And then we have our bigger dreams are changing, and this is planned. How we change the game into bigger cadences. How do we change the gameplay? How can we be brave with experimenting with things? Add things that are not in the game right now.
Yeah.
Then the last step is the long step, which is several years out, which is when we had a large amount of content and ways to play the game.
Yeah.
So it feels more like you can control. Hey, I would like to play the game this way, and it's more up to you.
Yeah.
So those are the steps, and we want to do this with the community.
Yeah.
It's super important.
Yeah. So a reminder again, if you didn't see it earlier, but the Payday Insider mail, like send us your email if you would like to be a part of, you know, offering your feedback, play testing, just getting more involved in the direct shape of the game, really. But there are one thing that I keep seeing popping up every so often, and you know, we've talked about offline mode, but another thing that I keep seeing pop up is mask mania. So what do we want to share about Mask Mania? Do you have anything you want to tell our players?
Yeah, I mean, Mask Mania was also another thing where the team had best intention.
Yeah.
They wanted to do something with that, and there are actually some really cool plans for it. But we feel that the time has been it's been dragged out too long now.
It has, yeah.
So as a small token of appreciation for all the patience that the community has shown, we will make all the Mask Mania masks free directly after the stream.
Yes.
So we will give them out today. It takes a little bit probably on the back end to populate.
Yes.
But that's what we are doing.
Yeah, so everyone is watching, Mask Mania masks will be in your inventory today. It will be a few minutes from when we hit the button. We just still need to hit the button, but they are going to come out. You might need to wait a few minutes for them to show up, but they will be here today. So keep an eye on your inventories. And that will be all 3 of the masks that already aren't in there, but for anyone who came in after Mask Mania as well, if you didn't get Shakedown Shark earlier, because that's one that, players have been able to use, that will now also be available for the players who have came in later, because I know there's a few of you too.
Yep. And I think that's amazing. I'm looking forward to actually use them myself.
Yeah, I'm Disco Molly gang. I've been praying for Disco Molly for so long.
But I mean, so one takeaway I want you to have is that we are now in better control of the franchise and the game, and we can start making decisions happen.
Yeah.
This is one of them, and I realized that talk is talk.
Yes.
I want to show players that what we're doing now with the franchise and the game actually will change when we have a bigger team, when we have better direction and vision. But the proof is always in what we actually do.
Yes, of course.
And the next step on that will be the kind of skills coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'm very excited for Skills 2.0. And we've been seeing a lot of feedback from everyone who's watching. Maybe you've dropped a comment or something or a Reddit thread. We've seen a lot of them. We processed a lot of the feedback. So there's definitely going to be some updates coming on that as well. I see someone asking about randomness of Payday Heist replayability. We've talked about that.
I mean, that's one of the big reasons why we're doing technology changes.
Yeah.
Because we want much more randomization in the heist.
Yeah.
But we need a change of tech to be able to get to that.
Yeah.
But that's only one of the unlocks.
Yeah, exactly.
And we already started on that. So that's already... I mean, since I started, we're already doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said too, we're staffing up the team, so that means that we can focus on, because one thing is content, but we can also then, make better content and work on, RNG, replayability, and work on all these things that I know a lot of the players want. And I know a lot of you are sitting there, wanting the date for, when exactly this is going to come, but can't really give you that yet now, but no. Again, we're planning to keep a more open communication. You'll probably come join me on stream again to talk about when we've made more progress on any of these things that we're talking about. We have a lot of other team members that could come to talk about heists and animations, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's hard to give proper details on a lot of things right now, unfortunately, as we're still so early in the whole ramping up investment and all of those fun things.
Yeah, I want to see more participation from the team in the streams.
Yes.
We want to engage more with the community.
Yes.
The team has been doing a fantastic job with kind of limited amount of people that we were, but has been very focused on making the next update. Now we can go broader and work on several things at the same time, which has not been possible.
Yeah.
And that means we can address some of these things that we have talked about in the stream today.
Yeah.
But again, we have to prove it by getting things out.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like you said, one thing is talking about it, and really that's all we can do in this moment in time right here is to talk about it. But, step one, and we're prepping to be able to actually follow up with proof of everything that we're talking about here as well. I
mean, I'm a Payday free player. I would like to see all these things happen. I'm super excited to be part of making it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, for my own sake at least, I really want to do this.
Same.
So I'm very, very, very excited about just being part of it.
Yeah, and I think maybe we've gotten towards everything, and I think we maybe have gotten a lot of questions as well, but is there anything if anyone's just tuned in, if anyone's been here, but they're like, this is very fluffy, what is like the key takeaway? Do you have a key takeaway that you want the players at home to be like sitting with after watching the stream?
I mean, I think it's very much up to who you are as a player. Some people, players care about different things and will pick up on different things.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I'm a progression person. That motivates me a lot.
Yeah, achievements is what I tend to grind
yeah,
for.
Exactly. I just that stuff. I love that. Maybe the way we want to engage with the community, something to take away and take that opportunity to be part of that.
Yeah.
Or just take away that this is now a focus of Starbreeze and we're putting money and resources on this and people.
Yeah, no, I think
which I think is a huge win.
Yeah, you know, I think that's a really good one. I'm thinking, if anyone's missed the email, can we maybe bring the email up one time on the screen, just to like make sure that everyone caught that. I'm throwing a curveball to our producer. He was not ready. I was telling him, that's fine, we'll stay on this one at the end. There we go. Okay, so in case you missed it earlier, one of the things we did talk about was like, how can we work better with our community and talk, you know, with our community and not just at you, and, you know, yeah, I had another word that I just completely lost. But anyway, we want to talk with you. So if you're interested in being able to get more involved, potentially playtesting, visiting the studio, getting to chat with devs, talk to Jonas, myself, if you want to, I don't know, like, email us, this email right here, and let us know, you know, a little bit about you, who you are, like, what kind of player are you, what kind of games do you play, what's your playtime in Payday, maybe, you know, those kind of things. Where in the world are you located, and why do you think that you would be a good person to come and represent, you know, your type of player to us when we have these kind of conversations. So, putting that right there. Email us. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. I see a lot of people asking about a corpse limit slider. I feel like that's too detailed for what we have prepared today. I know nothing about the status of a corpse limit slider, but it's also not something that I am super involved in. That's more for the dev team to look at. Yeah, any last minute questions from chat, or are we getting ready to wrap up? Yeah, I don't need this anymore. We've gone through all my notes. Chocolate or vanilla? That's the question you want to ask. Okay, well, I guess Koji wants to know, chocolate or vanilla? What's your preference?
Vanilla, because you can put a lot of good things. It's much better to put chocolate on top. Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I used to be, like, when I was a child, I loved chocolate. Yeah. It was like, what's the point of vanilla? But now that I'm an adult, I see the point of vanilla. Yeah, based vanilla enjoyer. I see people asking about new collabs as well. It's not really something that we have to share today. I don't know if people are hyped for a specific collab. Is there a specific one you want to see? I see a lot of people asking about Sokol and The Secret. Ooh, Payday live action stuff. Yeah, Payday live action. What are your thoughts on Payday live action? We haven't really been able to do that in a long time.
No, and I don't know all the history. I've seen some things that are really, really cool.
Yeah.
That is something I personally would love, but it's not something I had time to even look at.
Yeah, bit too soon maybe to ask.
yeah. It's I've been very focused on building the Payday 3 vision and setting the direction there.
Yeah, because again, like, if you've not been around, like, Payday 3 is the Starbreeze priority. The game's, you know, not shutting down. I know some people are wishing for it, but that's not the plan. We're here to make Payday 3 great again.
Yep.
Am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
I know. I saw people asking about kind of updates this year, and we are not talking about these things, but we definitely have plans for this year as well.
Oh, definitely.
That we will get back to.
Yeah, and again, like, closer to the time, we'd love to talk more details about what exactly is cooking in the details, even in timelines, potentially, at that point.
Yep.
God, people are begging for a Sokol. But yeah, I think that's it. We're slightly ahead of time, but I mean, I don't have anything else to mention. Do you have any last minute stuff, or should we wrap up? And
No, I think we recapped. As I said, this is just my first stream. Hello. So I don't. I'm very happy to be back here next time.
Yeah.
And talk about any of other things.
Yeah.
That we would like to discuss.
Yeah. All right, then I guess we go hit that Mask Mania button, huh? So get ready, it's Mask Mania time. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll be back with more streams with you at some point. And yeah, just stay tuned on the channel and go log in and play. I hope you're Disco Molly enjoyers. Which one do you prefer of the masks?
I like the shark.
Oh, you're a shark. Okay, yeah. Shark enjoyer. Well, fair enough. You've been set for a while then already. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited for Disco Molly. Take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.